our cake chilling in the fridge. This is from the dome that we cut. We're going to go ahead and crumble that so that we can sprinkle the red velvet crumbles on top of the icing. This should be good enough. You just want to make sure you got enough little crumbs to sprinkle on top of your cake. I don't do a lot. So for the icing, this is the icing bag. I get these from Michael's. 100 come in the box. I have these, and then I have the ones that's not disposable. But I just want to show you how to cut the tip on these, so that's why I use them. I also use them if I have a lot of different colors that I want to work with. But for today, I am going to go ahead and place my tip in here. This is a 1M tip, sour tip from Wilton. That's as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that in the bag. Make sure that it's all the way down. Once you have it until it can't go no more, go right up underneath the ridges. You don't want to cut any further than that, because as you push the icing through your bag, the tip will come out. You don't have a coupler in here to hold it, so you go right up underneath those ridges and make your mark. So you don't have to go all the way around, but just make a mark on here. You could kind of like go back and forth with your scissors if you want. Push it back down through the bag, and then cut that piece, that tip off that's hanging. So my mark is here, and I'm just going to cut this off. And then push my tip back in it. You want to make sure that this bag is not in the middle of its ridges. It needs to be all the way up underneath there, because that will make your icing not as neat as you want it to be. So go ahead and place it. I also purchased this from the dollar store. This is just a cylinder vase. You don't have to have this particular one. If you want, you could use a circular tall glass if you want. I just find that this is a lot easier. It's tall enough. And I just go ahead and place my bag in here. Around here. It makes it easier to fill as opposed to holding it in your hand. You will make a complete mess from holding it. So I am just going to go ahead and scoop some icing in here. The less icing you use, the easier it is to control your bag. So if you're just starting out, you can buy the bigger bags if you want and just don't put that much icing in them. Or you could use the 10-inch. I believe these are 12s. I'm not really sure. But you don't want to overfill the bag, because if you do, it is a line on here that tells you, say max. You squeeze it down. I'm a little bit above that. If you overfill this bag, as you squeezing your icing on your cupcakes, it will seep and spill over the top. The chocolate works like that too, so you don't want to overfill your bag. So you take your hand like you're holding a cup and place this in the middle. So your thumb is on one side, your four fingers is on the other. Turn it. Once you grip it, you could go ahead and start to ice your cupcakes. Now for these, I call this the ice cream swirl. Just like this, the ice cream swirl. So this is the same thing if you was getting I believe it's the soft serve ice cream. And you're at like Ponderosa used to have it, where them little, or like a cruise ship will have it, where you just hold your bowl up, or your cone and swirl it around. That's what I like to think about when I ice these cupcakes. So I start at the tip, You can control it with your finger if you want to. You don't have to. Start at the tip and just swirl around till you get to the middle. And come up. It's air bubbles. I'm not sure if you can see this. It's air bubbles in the bag. When you squeeze to the end, turn it, and then you want to squeeze your icing out in here until you hear that you have released the air from your bag. Then you're going to go ahead and ice the rest of your cupcakes. You take your crumbles and you just sprinkle a few little sprinkles on the top. I don't do a lot. So, and I normally don't do this inside the container that you're going to sell your cupcakes in because it makes a mess. And I don't like messy cupcakes. So I normally do this first inside the pan and then transfer them over. But for the purpose of this video, I just wanted to have this already ready. Also, when you cut the tip off of your plastic bag, you want to toss it right away. I'm going to put mine to the side. You don't want to make a mistake and get it in your icing or anything. I see it on the table, this little piece. I'm going to toss mine to the side for now. And I just put a couple of sprinkles on the top. So I am going to show you how that looks because I cannot see. I hope you can see this. For where I'm standing, it doesn't look like you can see it. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and stick my cupcake picks in them. And just push them down so I can close this. And mine say, congrats, graduate in 2020. So I'm going to show you those. Now, if I wanted to put different color icing on them with sprinkles, then I would have not put the red velvet sprinkles on them. So I am going to take pictures. I just sort of place these in here. I wouldn't really call this decorating, but I just wanted to show you how that look, and then you could close it and place your sticker on top. Some people use boxes for this. I don't, because your cupcakes will move around in that box, and you know, depending on what you have in there to stabilize it, then your icing could come out messed up by the time you get to the venue. Especially if you delivering them, I wouldn't use boxes. I want to make sure that my cupcakes are nice and neat when they're delivered. The plastic containers sort of hold it a little bit better. The black plastic containers is a little bit more costly, but if you want to use the plastic containers as opposed to using the boxes and the placeholders, then just add that in your cost. And this is done, so I'm going to go ahead and get the cake out of the fridge.